Hello Tacticians, it's Nox here playing Warhammer 40k Tacticus, and boy, updates do not get much bigger than this. But before we go into the updates, just want to say thank you to Romy Rotcap, because if you're power level reaching 20, I've got another 200 Blackstone in. It will go towards me levelling up my troops, and I can't thank you enough, and support like this is invaluable for a new streamer like myself. However, we're all here for the news, and the first thing is for Valentine's Day, Snowprint have given us a new code because they believe the best way to spread love is with fire. And here, when you enter the code, you'll get yourself some nice roses in your inbox and a bit of Blackstone for you to claim to help gear up your tunes. But that small update aside, let's look at the main meal of the updates. The first is there will be a new guild raid boss, Gazkul Maguruk Thraka, the well-known orc war boss threatening the realms. And here he's going to be joined by Gibber Scraps and Tank Smasher, and supported by his orc boys. Now, it's going to be very interesting to see what difficulty level this is. We know that the Necron is certainly more difficult than the Tyranids. Is this going to be more difficult than those Necrons, or maybe not as hard? Is he going to be put in halfway through, or is he going to be randomised? I can't wait to find out. We all like hitting those guild bosses. We're going to introduce guild levels on the March the 1st. When we defeat a guild raid boss, we gain guild XP and improve our guild. Higher levels increase the maximum number of guild members and the guild raid's bomb damage. Always very useful to have. There'll be a new guild feature with the guild shop, where we can gain guild credits by attacking the guild raid bosses and use them to buy badges, very useful, and other exclusive character shards. Now, they have mentioned it will be the characters we cannot at the moment farm, so I'm certainly hoping we'll see some of the Sisters of Battle in there with Isabella and her curing, which is very, very good. Also, I've heard with the Maugan Ra event, where you can use bolters only. And we're going to get a new collectible character, Shazel Darkstrider Miyamoto. I can't wait to get this guy. I've read his background. He's pretty much a badass in the Tau society. He doesn't quite do things like he's supposed to, and they're not always too happy about it, but he does get results done. And I'm hoping he'll be able to add something a bit spicy to our lists. The upcoming event, we've got a new legendary event, the Ethereal On-Shi. He's going to be unlockable in the Philosophies of War event starting on March 19th. Now, this is going to be very similar to Maugan Ra and Jane Zah, so make sure your characters are ready. We also have some upcoming quests. If you haven't got these starred up, then you've got another chance to get those last remaining stars to get them to the next level for Aethana and Rayvas, coming on February 22nd and March 8th. We get some new campaign battles. Elite Indomitus Part 4. I haven't even completed Part 3 yet. Elite Fall of Cadia Part 3 and 4. And again, I've not even completed Part 2. And the tournament arena returns. Now, they haven't said which tournament arena it is going to be. Is it going to be the power-ups or Conquest? Maybe one of each. As soon as I know, I'll be letting you know. Now on to some worrying things, or maybe something we shouldn't be too worried about. Time will tell. All characters can now be upgraded to rank 15, which is Diamond 1. Now, we have only just had the upgrade to Gold 2, and I'm sure you've all seen them in the arena. They're all over the place. Is this increase to Diamond 1 something that we're going to see increasing very quickly in the future, or is this where they want us to get to and fully equipped characters? Hopefully it will stop here for some time to let some of us catch up, because I know I've got no Gold 2 characters, and I've only got a few Gold 1. So we're going all the way up to Diamond 1. While it's great for the few who spend a lot of money on this, not so great for the rest of us, but I imagine it will be used because in the power-up tournament, they might then allow people to go up to Legendary if they want that added bonus and a more difficult challenge. They're also going to introduce a new user interface feature for the mission quick links. We can now tap on a mission task for more information and have a button that brings you directly to a battle where you can solve the mission. Quite useful, nice little quality of life improvement there. They will add additional links over the next releases and want to optimize the experience based on our feedback. So again, make sure you get on Discord and let them know what you think. They're also adding more where to find. And it's just little, again, quality of life improvements to make the game a bit more friendly to move around. It's nothing great, but it's very useful to have. And balancing changes. Now, in size, this is going to actually have better health, damage, and armor, something he desperately needs, because quite frankly, even at Silver 1 where I've got mine, he still dies to a sneeze in a wind. Combat restoratives, his health is healed by 30%, so that's improved, and his Narthecium, how's that pronounced? Is increased chance to revive to 90% and double the health of units that units are revived with. Harken Worldclaimer has got more health. He certainly needs it. Helbrecht, not really seen him that much, but his damage is going up by 25%. Probably quite needed. Obviously, the Ultramarine captain had something similar happen to him, and you certainly see him a lot more now. Angrax, more armour, and Hateful Assault does 20% more damage. Finally, he's actually not going to be the joke of the Chaos units. He's actually going to be quite useful as well. The Marker Light Effects now implies a 15% damage bonus for all ranged attacks of the Tau Empire units. Well, I was expecting it was all then. That's why it's important to read whole sentences. In exchange, they removed the network targeting trait. This change was made to make whole system, existing and future components, more internally consistent and easier to communicate in-game. Interesting. What issues did they have? And they've changed how many shards we need to unlock, promote, and ascend. Again, this may be a bit of a blessing in disguise, because rather than when we get a whole character, we get 10 whole shards of them. Let's admit, nobody was excited about that. We'll now get 40 shards, and that certainly will help when we're opening those requisition scrolls to actually promote the units further. They do mention that in order to keep the number of shards needed to max out the character the same, they've decreased certain amounts. That's a really good quality of life. It's not going to say, well, you need more, sorry guys. It's actually, you still need the same to max them, but the initial ones need just that little bit more, and later ones need just that little bit less. Nice balancing act there. Missions. They're going bye-bye, given the addition of the Battle Pass missions, legendary character releases, the upcoming guild missions. They're going to reduce the number of missions coming from other sources to reduce that clutter. I certainly know you'd kind of like go through each one and you're like, oh, I need to do that. Oh, but I need to do that. How am I going to include that in there? They're reducing them. So, again, it's quite nice, but sometimes you're like, well, I've got all these and I can do it all in one battle if I use my, I don't know, my Black Templar, for instance. And character release events rework certain missions in the chain to have a more pleasant experience. However, they have also removed all bonus missions except the last one. That's a bit of a shame. I did like those, and they were very useful. Mission level crates will give more Golgot's Bulldozer shards in their earlier levels and fewer later on. Other rewards have generally been improved. Okay. I mean, we've all got about 1 million of those Golgot's shards hanging around, so I suppose it's for newer players. It's not too bad. And they're going to add more mission level crates. Excellent. Guild raids. Boss defeated crates. They now reward guild credits. Great. Legendary boss defeated crates reward 1 fewer random orb. Not so great. Season end crates. They added 10 more crates and increased granularity of the leaderboard positions. If you're fighting for those top spots, my guild's not doing too bad at position 62, and we are fighting to get above 50. We're going to certainly fight harder now. And they also reward guild credits, but 3 fewer random orbs. I don't like the removal of the orbs. They are needed. Hopefully we can get them from the guild store at a decent price, please. Character quest event changes. They reduce the number of common and uncommon tiers and increase the number of rare and epic tiers. Interesting. Progress crates. Reorganize the order of the crates. Changed 1 fine crate for a relic crate. Nice. Increase the number of common and uncommon badges. Dropped. Nice. Remove the character shards. Well, I suppose if there's less, then maybe not too bad. And the quest bundle added 2 more rare and 1 more epic orbs. Well, that's the one you have to pay for. I think I'll be given a pass on that. The Battle Pass. Season 4 will feature Tomes of War instead of the Codexes of War. Oh, that's a downgrade for the Endless Premium tier after 50. Well, maybe they thought we were getting too much. Personally, I don't. I'm still needing more and more and more. However, they've added more Codexes of War in the regular 50 premium tiers. Probably not to make up for the ones we're losing, but at least it makes it not as harsh. The Endless tier was supposed to be fun extras, not a forced death march. Well, I see what they're doing there. I guess you feel like you need to do it, but if they put them earlier on, it's not going to be you're not going to feel too bad for missing out. They've also some balance implications. We understand our veterans are looking for more resources of XP, yes please, and we're actively looking to add more in the future. Great! Furthermore, Season 4 will feature a premium profile picture to unlock and some brand new mission types on top of the usual featured character shards and great tier rewards. looking forward to seeing those too. Then we come to upgrades. They've added a Voxcaster to early Indomitus campaign. One-time reward for users not to get stuck to progress Yarrick when they buy him early. And buying him early is, if you like the game, is quite a good idea. But the problem is you quite often want to play the game before you buy him, and then when you realise you need him, you can't buy him. I think they do need to bring back the opportunity to buy Yarrick at a later point. Maybe once a month, for those of you people who haven't actually bought him already, just to give him a chance to go, you know what, I do need him. They added a mission assignment early to the Fall of Acadia campaign, a one-time reward for users not getting stuck on progression on Harken World Claimer. Again, he's a character you get for free by doing everything, so getting him leveled up is very useful, but will people accidentally use that elsewhere? Change the Fall of Acadia Elite Battle 4 reward from the scaly skin to a cloak, since the skin appeared twice over the campaign battles. And tell you what, if you haven't got to the elite battles, get to them. They're a very good place to get some of the needed resources, and they fix some upgrade demand discrepancies from Master Militarum characters. In the other, they've added 20 more onslaught crates and improved their contents, always nice to hear, and finally tuned the daily deals pricing. They have reduced it, which is nice, for the first one on the left, top left, and added information about their discounted prices, which they have. Character release events added more tiers to the leaderboard-based rewards. Interesting. So again, if you're fighting for the top, it's going to be really good for you. Be interesting to see how far those tiers go down. Is it literally going to be anything above 100? Oh, hang on, it says rewards from position 50 plus now have slightly better rewards. Nice. I'm never above 50. Ammo box from Salvage Run game mode now deals blast damage instead of bolter. Okay. Plus many more optimizations and bug fixes, including the notorious negative stamina display bug. Well, that's a huge update, and overall, very good. The only thing I am concerned about is that diamond. And as I said, if they keep it at Diamond 1, fine. If it starts going up from there, I think we might have a riot on our hands. I have been lucky enough to now unlock Maugan Ra, and I'm in the process of gearing him up. Now, looking at his damage that he does, I'm thinking he could be a very good possible replacement for Volk. They both have heavy 6 at range 3. The benefit Maugan Ra has is that he actually moves one step further. It will be easier to get into range. However, Volk does have his flesh metal guns, which has a 30% chance of adding 207 at my level round damage and an extra 20% pierce to hits when performing a ranged attack. However, if we look back to Maugan Ra, I haven't leveled up his skills yet, but he does get an extra 10% crit chance and deals extra damage on the crit. And of course, because he's an Eldar, if he's near the Eldar Psyker, Eldrian, there we go, sorry, went past, the Doom means he'll get even more damage added on because he's a friendly Eldari. It's going to be a very close one to go through, and I still have to compare, which is something I will do very soon, Ray Vass, who has Pulse 6 at range 2, to Volk, who's got his Heavy 6 at range 3. I'm thinking against the Necrons, Ray Vass might be a good addition to have, but versus the Tyranids, I'm thinking Maugan Ra will be good to have. I think Volk is going to be perfect to use in both, and you'll be looking to add these two in replace of someone else, maybe Calendis or another damage dealer that you're using. So, how are you getting on with the Path of the Phoenix? What do you think of these new updates? Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you on the battlefield.